Hey, good morning, everybody. Welcome back to the channel. Blake here. If y'all are new, thanks for showing up. If you're old, thanks for coming back. I've got some NFL Monday Night Football player props to take a look at here today on PrizePicks. If you're new to PrizePicks, use this promo code right here to get signed up, and that'll get your first deposit instantly matched up to $100. All right, so I didn't get to make a video for Sunday's slate. Man, I was really sick yesterday. I barely even caught any of the games. Which, fortunate enough for me, the Dallas game wasn't worth watching anyways. So didn't miss much there. But the two picks that we did take for Thursday night, they both cashed. So Aiden O'Connell over his passing yards and Gerald Everett over his receiving yards. Both of those actually hit before halftime. We had a big day all around that day. Our NBA plays went 2-0 as well, so we swept both videos. So for NFL, though, that brings us to 11-5. So not bad there. Pretty good. We'll keep it moving here. Monday night, we got Philly and Seattle. Kind of a weird game. We got two quarterbacks that are questionable, a running back that's questionable. Just kind of so much up in the air here. So using that info, we're going to go ahead and start with Philly. I like Dallas Goedert for Philly right here. I like over 4 receptions. That's how we're going to do here. So he does push or better in 70% of games this year. So 7 of his 10 games. There is juice to go over 3.5, which is why we get it at 4. So Jalen Hurts is questionable. If he does play, he will absolutely be playing sick. So that's his deal, right? He's not injured, he's sick. So and the reason I say he will absolutely be playing sick is because the Eagles did report this morning that his conditions have worsened, his symptoms have worsened, but he did pack his stuff and make the flight to Seattle with the team. So, but again, they dropped him to questionable. He was likely dropped down to questionable. So it's kind of just up and down. It's just going to be a game time decision. But like I said, either he plays sick or he doesn't play at all and Mariota starts. So in either of those scenarios, I think Dallas Goedert should have a big role in the offense. Just looking for those checkdowns, quick outs, those quick hook routes, keeping it simple. And every game does still matter for Philly. Every game does. They're still in playoff contention. With Dallas, Philly does need to win out, but Dallas is not looking so good after yesterday. But either way, like I said, I think Dallas Goedert will have a big game. He's going to have to play a big role in this offense with either a half-assed Jalen Hurts or Marcus Mariota. So it's going to be pick number 1. And pick number 2, other side of the ball. This is going to be Noah Fant, over 21.5 receiving yards. There is no juice on this one as of right now in the books. And yes, we're taking 2 tight ends here because, again, Geno Smith is questionable. But his is an injury. It's a groin injury. And Seattle's being pretty tight-lipped about that one. They are not talking much about it, giving us any info. So if Geno does play, I do like this prop better if Geno Smith doesn't play, weirdly enough. Because if Geno Smith does play, Philly is so bad against the pass game, you could really take any receiver on Seattle to go over and have a pretty good chance. Any receiver or tight end, it doesn't matter. You just take your pick, which is weird enough that their defense is shit against the pass game. But without our starting quarterback, I think this prop is a little better. But like I said, Geno is hurt or out. I think, again, I just think the tight ends will prevail today. When it comes down to bad quarterbacks, we've taken these tight ends time and time again this year. If you have a bad quarterback against a pretty good defense, or you have a backup quarterback in, the tight ends and the running backs reception props are the way to go through the air, at least. And Noah Fant is a big body that he's like, 6'4", 250 pounds. That can just make the quarterback's life easy, right? Just quick, quick, quick. If he gets 3 or 4 receptions here, 7-8 yards apiece, we're looking at a pretty good spot for this here. So I'm going to take both tight ends here, 1 over receptions, 1 over receiving yards. And that's going to be the 2 picks right there, man. So also on these demons and goblins, so I was looking at it. I was thinking that is going to be the 2 picks, so you can clock out now if that's all you're waiting for. But real quick, so I was thinking you could use these and still benefit, like on these goblins here, that you could use them as like a taco and still make more money. So if we just took just these 2 props, right, and we'd get 3x our cash, right? So let's just say we put it in as a $5 just to keep it simple. Typically, you get 3x, just 2 unpromoted props here, $15. But if I wanted to like break it up, let's say I take Dallas Goedert with a prop that we like absolutely think is going to hit, right? So let's just say DeAndre Swift. So you're not going to get as much as the 3x. You're only going to get $9.50. But if you take Dallas Goedert with the DeAndre Swift, and then you also take, so that's one entry, and then you jump back over here, so you get $9.50 off of that one, and then you take Noah Fant with this one as well, just like you would with a taco, you get $9.50 again. So you'd make $19, which as opposed to just the 2, you'd only make 3x, so you'd make 15, but both of them have to hit. So this way, not both your props have to hit, but if the goblin doesn't hit, you are fucked. But it is a discounted prop. So like I said, sometimes with these tacos, you don't want to put all your eggs in one basket. With the at least with the tacos and promos that they do, I just usually try to make like 2 $10 entries of it, or even just like 4 5s or 15, just whatever. You don't want to cash out typically all on that one prop. And you could just treat these the same way and still make a little more than you would just taking 2 unpromoted props that both need to hit to make 3x. When this way you could break it up, take one that should hit, and then make a little more money if both of them hit. So something to look into there. I will say this though, on these goblin props, one that I am looking at is DK Metcalf. Anytime touchdown, but like I said, it's just so iffy if Geno plays. I just think DK is going to at least get into the end zone once against this terrible Philly pass defense, especially they're playing in Seattle. But because, you could take a look at that with a promoted prop, make $12.50, not too great there. But if you take a look at it with like an unpromoted prop, making almost $20 off that play. So maybe something worth looking at. But anywho, like I said, the 2 props that we're going to run with is the Noah Fant over his 21.5 receiving yards, Goddard over his 4 receptions. So let me know what y'all think. Let's cash out tonight. Like the video for me, sub to the channel if these are helping you out at all. And let's bump this to a 13-5 run. Catch you on the next one. Good luck, everyone. Later.